It's Week 9 of the National Football League. And coming up, we've got Aaron Rodgers. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Jets and the Texans under the lights on Thursday night.
Well, we are about a $50 cab ride away from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you look at this Jets ball club. They come in the midst of a pretty bad stretch here, losers of 5 straight.
So many different reasons teams hit the losing skids, but the best way out of it, something has to happen positive early in the game.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Texans, they come in off a loss last time out, but they've been playing better than 500 ball the last couple months. 5 wins in their last 8 games. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? Now a crease here as he's past the 30. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. So here come the Jets to take over. Led at quarterback by a man back to full health in season number 20 now, and his second one in New York, and that's Aaron Rodgers.
There's a lot of good to watch in the game last week, wasn't there? I mean, he did throw 2 touchdown passes. That was impressive. And he's so close, isn't he? The 3 interceptions killed him and his team. That was costly. But if he just cleans that up a little bit, there's a reason for optimism with this team and this passer.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Rodgers now to throw. That went into the hands of Adams downfield. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Now it's Rodgers. Throw left side complete. That's Hall. And quickly they get to the line. Rodgers again now. A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. 3rd and 4. To throw is Rodgers. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jets will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. With these Thursday night games, sometimes you get those quick turnarounds. You wonder how a team's going to start. They started really well.
Everyone's always wondering, going into a Thursday night game, who has their legs, who has the overall health of a team. But mentally, if you get that early edge, the other team might think to itself, it's been a short week. We're not really ready to go. You might run them into the ground that way. That's why getting that early score means a lot.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Texans offense heading out behind their quarterback in his 2nd season. Last year's Offensive Rookie of the Year, C.J. Stroud.
I love just about everything about him. Love his game, love his makeup, love his moxie. One of my favorite words. This guy's a competitor. Gritty, tough, you name it, he's got it. But he did throw an interception in last week's game. That contributed to a loss. And despite the fact he threw 3 touchdown passes, he's going to be out there redoubling his efforts and trying to play better.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. Stroud. That's complete to Dell. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Stroud working out of the gun. That's to the veteran. It's Robert Woods. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Texans football to start quarter 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. On the ground, this is Joe Mixon.
And he's got it down to the 28.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 13-yard line.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by DJ Reed.
And the Jets force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
The Jets offense, led by their running back, headed out for the second possession. And he's made his presence felt in the passing game throughout the season. You look at the NFL's leader in receiving yards by a running back. His name right there at the top.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. He hits Adams, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
Means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. That's caught at the 25. And they finally bring him down, but he reaches the 16. A big play there just before halftime. 41 yards.
And what great recognition between a receiver and his quarterback, because he's going to recognize the trouble, and then he has two options. Cut off the route and come back to help, or head straight down the field, and he chooses the latter, and it turns into a huge play.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Give him credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
The left side throw complete to Adams. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. A final shot before half for Rodgers.
He gets it underneath to Hall.
So we've reached halftime here on Halloween. And trust me, kids, if you had to look at Charles Davis every game, you'd think every day was Halloween.
Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
Just the one touchdown in that first half. 7-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Texans offense and running back Joe Mixon set to take over once more. And Stroud now to throw to the right side and caught by Dell.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule.
From the 38 now, here's a second down and 4. Stroud looking to throw. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Mixon with a first down carry. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. This is 2nd and 8. Throwing now is Stroud. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Joe Mixon, 49 yards. And the Texans come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand new ball game, all tied here in the 3rd as they have their first possession of this 2nd half.
And Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer, because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in tying the game, because not only if they score and they feel better about themselves, they'll retake the lead and maybe set the tone for the rest of the half, keeping them in the driver's seat. And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers. That one taken in by Corley. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 36 yards on the play. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. And he's in. Touchdown Jets. Aaron Rodgers. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Jets have moved out in front here in the final minute of the 3rd quarter. So this game tied at the half, but we are tied no more. A touchdown there on the opening sequence of this 3rd quarter.
And what a great drive put together by their offensive coordinator. He had a plan, and they executed it almost to perfection, coming right out of the locker room. Now they're feeling good about their chances here in the 2nd half.
Zerline good with a PAT, and that makes the score 14-7. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. And now out comes Houston. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Stroud to throw it. And Diggs has it. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the fourth quarter. Here's Stroud. Got his man, Dell. And he is going to get out of bounds with the first down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout. Here's Stroud. Dumps it off to Mixon.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. Now Stroud. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. Who wants it more? This is 4th and a yard. 4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Stroud. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Jets are going to get the football back. Now Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
Second and 10. Back to throw, Rodgers. A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. The Texans here on third down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. To throw is Rodgers. Sliding out of the pocket. That is caught. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with still 1:20 left to go in the game. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Rodgers looking to throw. That's pulled in by Wilson. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Rodgers to throw. That is intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the Texans will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. I'm surprised with the lead in a one-score game this late. They're even putting the ball in the air in that situation.
Almost makes me feel like the head coach might be second-guessing himself by not clicking on and saying, all we're doing is running it here. But give credit to the guys on defense. They made a play that they absolutely had to have to give themselves a chance to be in this game.
So Stroud and the Texans down 14-7, 1:07 remaining. How costly of an interception will that be? It's time to find out. 1st and 10. Stroud. Finding Schultz. Gosh, given the time in the short game, would he have been better off just dropping that?
Yeah, when you look at the clock, you think so, but it's hard to get a receiver to drop a football. They're trained to catch everything. And remember, field goal does them no good in this situation.
You got to think they should be taking some shots for the end zone soon.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Just over 30 seconds remain. Here's 2nd and 10 now. Stroud to throw it. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. What a kickoff to the week this has been. Now a big play. It's 3rd down. To throw it, Stroud. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. One final shot for C.J. Stroud. It's complete to Diggs. And the Texans are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. Partner, what a finish to this one. I mean, this offense, they had it down there inside the red zone, but ultimately couldn't execute that final snap to find the end zone.
Yeah, and they're going to walk away from this one, and you know what's going to go through their heads the entire time until they get to play again. If we could only have that final snap to do over one more time, maybe with a different play call.
So for the Jets, they inch closer to respectability now at 3-6 on the year. And now they'll get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they'll lose an important one here as that drops them to 5-4 on the season. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.